So I guess you might say I've got a bit of a classic Sega Saturn game theme going on today. I've already done two sort of let's play, if you like to call them that. For me it's just banging a game in, playing it, telling you what I think as I go. So yeah, I've got Virtua Fighter 2 for the Saturn, tons of these around, so it won't cost you much to pick one up if you want one. Yeah, so when was this released? 1995. Sequel to Virtua Fighter. So let's switch this on and hit record. Have some tea from the Spider-Man mug. Nice. One thing I can say about this game is it's got very sharp graphics, very smooth. Let's go for 1 point, go easy. I don't know what learning is. I don't know whether that means like AI learning, like the characters learn your style and try and combat it, or what. So arcade versus, I don't know what expert mode is, but I'm no expert, so who is my favourite character? Probably Cage, the ninja dude. So yeah, you got a few characters that you can pick. Two new characters over Virtua Fighter 1. So got block, punch, kick. The old PPK combo comes out. So yeah, pretty easy in easy mode. I'm not I don't play Virtua Fighter that much, so I can never remember the moves, so I'm more of a Tekken player. One thing I don't like about this game is the kicks. I mean, jumps are ridiculous and slow. There is like a little short jump, kick and punch and that sort of thing that you can do. But yeah, I don't like them big, dirty, slow jumps, almost like flying through treacle or something. So it's the usual arcade format. Go through the whole character roster, then you fight Joral at the end. I'm not sure whether you have to get to Joral without completing to actually fight it or her or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I'll certainly probably do complete this with no continues on easy.
Fight! 1, ready, go!
One of the things that Virtua Fighter sort of introduced was the floating combos, so you can juggle your opponent. Yeah, what he said. Yeah, it's a very smooth game. It says on the back you can use the Virtua stick, which was the Saturn arcade stick. Sometimes you have to be careful when you do when you go for that sort of kick, and you want to do like the little one like that, that you don't do the big one, because sometimes you'll jump out of the ring, and obviously you got ring outs on this game, so got to remember to avoid doing that, otherwise you sort of commit suicide. Yeah. There's also if you like this, you want to check out games like Fighting Vipers, but then there was Fighters Megamix as well, which is sort of like what would you call it? It's like Fighting Vipers versus Virtua Fighter, you know, a bit like the Marvel versus Capcom games, but like, you know, Sega 3D fighting. And there was also a game called Last Bronx, which was another Sega fighting game. Other than Sega fighting games, you want to check out nearest non-Sega game to this, I'd say, is Dead or Alive series, which you can also get for the Saturn, so you want to check them out too. Played I think it was Dead or Alive 4 not so long back on the 360. Very hard game. I did manage to complete it, but it's bloody hard. Sort of game where it takes like 20 attempts to beat one character in the arcade game, arcade mode sort of thing, so if you're up for a challenge, then check that one out. I'm more of a Tekken man really. I like to have a few different punch and kick buttons, you know, high kick, low kick, or heavy kick, light kick. Ideally I like it to be like Street Fighter, where you got 6 buttons. Get my ass handed to me on a plate here. Should have Fighters Megamix coming along at some point, so can't wait to play that. I've never actually played Fighting Vipers, so it'll be interesting to see how some of them characters play. Also getting some King of Fighters, some of them games, so obviously they're more like in the Street Fighter sort of style, but they should be fun. I have to get the old memory expansion in to play them. They see me do a ring out. Graphics are a bit dodgy there. I don't know what's going on. That's supposed to be like water, I think, but they just like stood on it. It appears every character in Virtua Fighter is Jesus. He can walk on water. There's not really much to say about the music. Yeah, the graphics are solid, other than walking on water, but the music is just general background stuff. If you want good music in a fighting game, you're looking at like Street Fighter really. None of the Tekken games have good music on any stages. Yeah, so here we get to play Joran, and you actually fight underwater, so everything's sort of in slow motion, and gonna beat her ass. Is it a her or is it a he? I don't know. Looks like a her to me. Bold metal lady. Then you see the credits. So yeah, you can go as deep really as you want with this game. You know, play friends. But yeah, so it's another one you definitely want it in your collection. If if anything, it's another one, even if you don't like the game, you should have it just because it's cheap. I say that quite a lot, but yeah, you should have some cheap games just to bulk up your collection. So let's face it, if you haven't got any cheap games, you haven't really got a collection, unless you're completely fucking loaded. So yeah, that's Virtua Fighter 2 on the Sega Saturn. Definitely check that one out.